This is just a quick video on whether or not looks or comfort is more important on a set of grips. And I did a previous video and someone contacted me and they mentioned that they've seen some different guns that I carry from time to time, and it always seems like I have different grips on it, and that is correct. I'm definitely by no means a good gunsmith, okay? Doing grip changes is about as far as I go. Anything after that, I take my guns to a gunsmith to do any changes with springs and things like that, which is what I'm actually going to be doing on this Ruger SP101 next week. I'm having all the springs changed, but I don't think it's something I could do. But what I was able to do is change the grips out on this 4-inch Ruger SP101, and I've had this gun for a little bit, and these are the original grips, and this is what it came with, and they're really very nice looking grips. They're rubber and they're wood, but they were just so small that it made it really unpleasant to shoot this gun. So let me unload it and make sure and show you. So if you look at the original grip and then you look at this, what's called a Hogue mono grip, and I was going to do a video on how to change it, but I think there's a lot of them out there, so it's not necessary. But the big question is, what's more important? Again, looks or comfort? And I definitely feel these grips look a lot better, and they're also a lot easier to carry. There wasn't any printing when I was using these grips, but since I've put this one on, the Hogue, I've carried this gun in a shoulder holster, and someone pointed out the other day, a friend of mine, but he pointed out that he could see the gun sticking out under my jacket, and no one's ever pointed it out when I had this one. But the point is, with a 357 Magnum, this grip, this Hogue mono grip here, and it's hard to see from that angle, but you get a good 3-finger purchase on it. And what's more importantly, if anyone's ever had an SP101, this back of the trigger bar here, when you had the small grips on, every single time I shot it, my knuckle would be black and blue the next day, because instead of your hand sitting comfortably right there against that piece of rubber, your hand was up underneath this piece of metal. So it wasn't as bad with 38 Special, but with hot 357 rounds, after 10-15 rounds, you really had a red knuckle, and then it would be black and blue the next day. So I decided to get rid of the looks and the cosmetic feature and go with the comfort. And this is the second pair of grips that I have. I bought another pair of these Hogues last week, but they were actually mislabeled. They were Hogue, and it said rubber grips, but instead they were Hogue nylon grips. And quite frankly, they felt like a solid piece of plastic. This is just a Glock loader, but this is exactly what the other grips felt like, and they were so slippery that I sent them back to Amazon, and I specified the problem, and they sent me these solid rubber pieces. And to me, these were the most comfortable grips that I've really ever felt. So I was really happy, because again, one more time, with these you can get a good purchase on it, and with a 357 and somewhat of a heavy gun, and you could really get a nice trigger pull. Like I said, I am going to actually have a trigger job done on this next week. We're going to change the main hammer spring from 14 pounds down to 10 pounds, and the trigger spring, we're going to change that down to 8 pounds, I believe. But it's not something I'm going to be doing, even though I've watched videos recently on it. I don't want to mess it up, so I'm just going to have a gunsmith do it. So anyway, the question goes out to you guys. What's more important, comfort or cosmetics? So just a real quick video. To me, I think comfort is more important on a gun that you're going to want to shoot. If you have a safe queen and it's just a pretty gun and it's going to sit in your safe, that's one thing. But if you want to shoot it, I think comfort's important. And this one has pretty much been a safe queen. I've probably only run about 100 or 200 rounds through this gun because it was always so uncomfortable. But You know, I just did 50 rounds with this new grip, and it feels really fantastic. And now I want to take it to the range, because you've seen this Ruger before, but it's a great gun. It has these great fiber optic sights, and it's really a nice shooter. And I'm sure, again, once I do that trigger job, it's going to be a beauty. So anyway, leave me your comments below. I'd like to hear what you think's more important, cosmetic features or comfort features. All right, thanks very much, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.